here. It's tough to see in this camera, but from this wall down to where Miss Sue is right at 39 feet. So essentially it's hard to do this, but this section of the house is starting to tip out.
Okay.
Okay. So what my recommendation, what realistically should be done is you gotta stabilize this side of the home. This is a major foundation issue. If it's not stabilized, this thing continues to move and it risks a complete foundation failure. But it started back here, Mr. Alton, and it goes all the way down. It goes all the way
down. Okay, I got you.
It really needs to be stabilized. I would recommend whoever wants, and I'll talk more about that with whoever, but it's got more than just the crack. And this is where it started. Up front is where it ended. Okay?
All right.
I know it doesn't translate well through FaceTime, but I mean that's the tools I got on.
This helps a lot. I can definitely see and understand what you're describing.
And I ran just to I don't just say things, I back it up. So this is called a rotary laser.
Yep.
This is where we start. See where this is on this brick? Where that chalk line is?
Yeah.
Now, whenever I run it all the way over here, and I continue this all the way around, see how it's in the mortar joint?
Yeah, I do.
It should be here, but it's down here. It just backs up what I say. It's the data helps me help you guys.
So let me make sure I understand that the laser thing you were just describing. The first point, which was over to your right, that was your reference point. And where did that start?
It starts on this corner right here. This is what we said is what we call our 0 point.
Right, okay? That's a 0 point.
And when I run that rotary laser, what I want it to do is completely match up exactly where it is on that side of the home.
Right.
And it just doesn't do that.
Right. So
and then
go ahead. Keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead and continue.
Yeah, you're fine. I lost what I was going to say, so you go. I forget.
Okay, so and then I'm also trying to connect that to what you were saying around on the side of the house. And I'm thinking about your laser. I don't know if you ran it back there, but is it?
I did. What it does is that laser goes back to my original 0 point. And that's what you want. That laser is important because we set our 0 point. When we go back around, I need that laser to be directly at that same 0 point as I set up front.
Correct. And
it does once I get past 39 feet. And so this is my original 0.
Oh yeah.
I run it all the way past over here.
So it's just that very corner at the front that is sinking.
That's the worst part of what is down.
Yeah.
That's the worst part of what is down. But if that continues to move, if this area continues to go down, it just pulls all this down further with it.
Right.
And so what you would want to do is stabilize. You literally got to wrap all this so it doesn't move anymore.
So what does it take to stabilize?
I'm going to pass my phone to Miss Sue and I'll grab my computer, okay?
Okay. And let's see, did he leave?
He's going to get his computer, his laptop out of the car.
Okay. Because my other question has to do with and I'll ask him when he comes back, but based on the age of the home, obviously it's been settling since the home was built or shortly thereafter.
Hold that thought, Alton. He's coming right back.
Okay.
Okay, repeat that one more time, Alton.
Yeah, I was just asking Sue, or at least telling her that I was going to ask you about the time frame that crack that settling took place over.
There's no way possible for me to determine that.
So at a maximum, it's from the time the house was built, but it's probably more like the house was built and then the soil got softer and softer and softer, and the force eventually said, "Okay, I can't take it anymore." Then it said, "Okay, crack," and it started to sink. So it might be a few years. I mean, the house was built in what, Sue?
Or not.
17.
17.
And
Yes.
what happens, you just said it perfectly, and I wish I could remember how you just said it, but from the day that this house was built, it was at a disadvantage, okay? Now, geographically where it is in Mobile, we get a lot of rain. Now, up until really like this spring/summer, we've actually been in a bit of a drought, Mr. Melton. But whenever we get these large amounts of rain in, that soil that's been really dry for an extended period of time, once the water hits it, it just erodes and softens so quick. This problem at this home, it's all about soil condition, soil type, the wettening, softening of the soil, and the soil compaction.
Okay.
That footing, whenever it was put in ground, the water table here in Grant Park is really high. And so it like I said, at the beginning of conception, this house was at a disadvantage just purely geographically and
Right.
where it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Any other question before I show you how we fix this?
The amount. Well, I guess I'm just curious. Like, I know we need to stabilize it, but what would be your anticipation of what would happen if it wasn't stabilized? And I know you don't know the future, but is it like, it's because as homeowners, we hear this stuff all the time. Oh, the house settled, and then at some point, yep, there's a crack there, and it's been there for 20 years. Or the opposite, maybe a crack there and it's getting bigger and bigger.
Where this house is built changes my answer.
Okay.
And I don't BS people. I don't lie to people, Mr. Alton.
Yeah.
If this house was, say, let's say it was in a different part of Mobile, my answer would probably be different. But where this house is built, it gets bad.
Mm-hmm.
It gets bad. And I see ones that I go and look at and I quote them, and then 2 years later they're ready to move forward. And the options at that point in time are very limited because of how much movement has happened.
Right.
I know that's not a clear answer.
No, it's helpful because you just gave me a reference point that in a different part of Mobile, I don't know where, like maybe out in West Mobile, maybe it's higher.
It is. And the water table is so different.
Right.
If Sue and I had a big shovel and dug a hole and went to get lunch, we'd come back, there'd be water in the hole. And topography-wise, your neighbor's house is higher than your house. And so all that runoff that comes off of their property goes towards your perimeter foundation.
Right.
And it just causes the issues.
Okay.
Let's pretend that you and your family lived in this home.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big push sales guy, but I'd push it as far as I could because I know what happens at this kind of property is it gets worse and it gets worse quick.
Okay. My wife has a question. She's here with me.
No, I was talking about the runoff on the people next door. Their gutters. Remember all the water that was coming down? If that may have impacted this.
That was on the other side. He was talking about on the side where the dog is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's nothing that neighbor can do to stop that. It's all topography based.
Yeah.
You can't regrade this to where that doesn't happen.
Right.
And y'all take the necessary water mitigation solutions as far as they go, but just construction and where the house is built, that's what we're left with and causing what we have.
Okay. Well, that's helpful. So I guess yeah, let's get to what would it take to deal with it.
All right. It is hot down here, golly.
What's the temperature?
Well, in your garage, it's 100 degrees. Man,
Oh,
so
Lord.
hot. All right. I'm gonna play a video, okay?
Okay.
When your home starts making popping noises, cracks develop, and doors and windows operating properly, it's scary, leaving you worried, wondering how to fix it. The problem is the active, unstable soil that supports your home. Many homes were built on soil that was properly compacted at the time of construction. As this soil compacts and collapses, your home drops as well. Another major issue is the moisture. When the soil becomes overly dry, it contracts and shrinks, creating voids. When the soil is overly saturated, it washes away or becomes too soft and can't support the weight of your home. To permanently stabilize your home, you must go beyond these active, unstable soils to bedrock, or what is called load-bearing strata. The settle-stop helical pier system is the answer. The system utilizes piers to support the home on strong soils deep below the surface. Here's how it works. First, soil is removed to expose. Next, the footing is fully prepped for proper load transfer. Piers are then installed right next to the foundation and carefully monitored. They are advanced deep in the earth. Once our monitoring equipment tells us we've reached the necessary depths and capacity, a heavy-duty foundation bracket is connected to the piers, secured to the foot. The weight of your home is then transferred through the piers into competent soils deep underground to prevent future settlement of your home. Not only will your home be permanently stable, but there's opportunity to lift it back towards its original position. So, the piers rest on load-bearing strata, and the home rests on the piers. And no longer is your home vulnerable to ever-changing conditions. It is now permanently stabilized. And to ensure your peace of mind, we back it with a fully transferable life warranty. And I kind of like to do a talk track a little bit too, Mr. Alton. So what we do along this wall, did you have a question? Okay. Along this wall and below this ground, there is a footing, okay?
Yep.
That footing is resting in soft soil. So I want to dig down and find that footing. Now, this video is a little bit dramatic because how deep it is.
Yeah.
But once we dig down that footing, there's always an overpour on the footing. So we want to carefully remove that overpour. And so we remove that. Once we remove that, we're going to dig out an area safe for my guys to work in.
Yep.
It's about a 3-foot hole.
Yep.
Once we do that, the site is prepped. We're going to bring in some equipment. And what we bring in, it's a Mini X, and it has a power head on the end of it. And what it does is it drives those piers until it hits load-bearing soil. Now, here in Mobile and where you are, those piers will go about 28 feet. Once they hit load-bearing soil at 2,000 PSI, that's when we know it's safe enough to transfer the load from the soil onto that bracket.
Okay.
No longer sitting on the soft soil. It's resting on the pier, and then the bracket's resting on top of that pier.
Gotcha.
Once things are in place, we'll transfer the load. And on this home, whoever has two options. My favorite option in the world is to stabilize things to where they can't move anymore.
Yep.
Some homeowners want us to lift it back and try to close gaps. I'm not opposed to that. I just like to stabilize things.
Right.
But once it's in place, it's permanently stabilized.
Okay. And on this house, how many of those would be required? You showed me the side of the
Well,
house. It sounds like
okay.
you would be going all along the side.
Yeah, so this side is, I go through the gate right here. I got to start back here and come all the way around to the front of this garage. On this side of the garage, I need to wrap this corner too, wrap this front and this side. Okay, this garage, if I just stabilize this section, this section can continue to move.
Yeah.
So I want to wrap that front and wrap that side, essentially cradle this left side of the home. Okay,
Yeah.
but the quantity, it's a total of 12 helical piers. That's what it is called, is a helical pier.
Yeah. Okay. So of course the next question is about cost. How do you come up with a cost for that? Is that something you already know, or is it something you have to figure?
I'll do it right here with you. If you give me 1 second, let me plug this in.
Yep, take your time. And how long does an operation like this take?
We would be here a total of 3 days, Mr. Alton.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to preface this. Okay. The part of the project people don't like, and I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Well, but it is what it is. So.
And I know it is, and it's with all sincerity. As I don't get joy in telling people it's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I know if y'all follow this repair plan, that thing done right. Okay.
Yep.
So that's my little deal.
Okay. Yeah. I had 20 in my head, so you're not too far off.
And I can talk, and I like to talk about some of the ways to do these things. And if you got a second, I can talk to y'all about this.
Okay.
My favorite way of doing projects, especially when it comes to real estate, is 2 ways. And I'll just say it. I like doing 12 months, 0% interest. Okay. Mm-hmm. I like for a homeowner to be able to pay for a project without coming out of pocket, like paying it all up front.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 12 months, 0% interest, fix the work or fix the house, sell the home, pay it off. The other option is that a lot of real estate transactions go through escrow. And what that means to us is we do the work, everybody does their business, and when the house closes, we get a check from the title company. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of projects that way, but I'm just talking out loud. Mm-hmm. That's how people do these things.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's helpful to know. So, of course, this is all good information, new information, and so Sue and I, we have some conversations to have, obviously. And now you're specifically brought in by are you brought in by Sue, or are you brought in by the other people?
The other
buyer. Okay.
But I know Sam Winter personally, and I live, work, and play in Mobile, and my kids, we all go to the same place. I mean, this is what I do every single day.
Right.
And like I told you, Mr. Alton, I don't BS people, and I just don't do it.
Yeah, no, I believe you.
Right way.
And I mean, everything that you're saying makes logical sense, technical sense. I have a technical background, so I watch YouTube videos on this stuff for fun. Not this specifically, but so I can appreciate everything you're telling me. So there's no question. And I appreciate you answering my questions so that I can kind of understand
Yes, sir.
what we're dealing with.
And I want to help y'all sell a house, and if y'all have the discussion and say, hey, if we can get it down to this number, like, give me that opportunity to earn y'all's business.
Okay.
Because it's, with all sincerity, my intent at real estate transactions is to help this process go as smooth as possible.
Yep.
But obviously, when you bring a foundation guy in, sometimes it doesn't go smooth. But I'm not like a bunch of other inspectors. I don't like to have friction in these transactions. So if there's anything that I can do to help y'all don't hesitate to call me, both of y'all.
Absolutely. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, I know Sue's got all your contact information, so I'm sure if we need to call you or if I need to, I can give you a holler.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you like an official like one with the company letterhead and everything, but
Okay.
send that over to both you and Miss Sue. And if you could do me a favor,
Yeah.
Elton, I know that I don't have your email address. If
Yeah.
you could, can you text it to me?
Yeah. Yeah. Are we on your phone now or Sue's phone? I don't remember.
Miss Sue's, I'll give you my phone number real quick.
All right. What is it?
It's area code 251 428
428
8078.
8078. Okay. And what was
Yes,
your
sir.
name again? I apologize.
You're fine. My first name is Keenan. Keenan. Keenan.
Yeah, there we go. Got it.
And my last name is Mathis. Mathis. Mathis.
All right. I got it. Keenan, I appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. Any questions? Anything? Is the questions?
Well, I would say, of course, what you just shared is what I would consider the absolute 100% correct way to approach it, even with the lifting, because you even mentioned in other previous jobs, people are like, yeah, not only do I want you to stabilize, but can you lift it up and close the crack? I want to ask, I guess, in the opposite direction. If you, let's just say, I don't remember how many of those.
12.
12. If I said, well, could you do 6 and we'd be okay? You know, I guess I'm wondering if there's a point where you're like, well, 12 is the max. I can get away with 10, but after that, it's not going to work. I'm just wondering, is there wiggle room in terms of decreasing the scope and still getting a decent effect?
Well, the way that the short answer is no, Mr. Elton.
Okay.
We want to do it, and I have to go from crack to crack. I can't stop.
Okay, that's what dictates it. I got you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's all based on linear foot. You know.
Yeah.
I got to go crack to crack. If not, I'm not able to warrant this thing like I'm supposed to, and then realistically that liability could fall on our company.
Yep.
And we want to do it right once.
Yep.
I tell people that all day, every day. I'm not the low cost provider. I'm the no risk provider.
Yeah.
Because I know that my repair is right.
Yeah.
And I just want to serve whoever I'm serving the right way.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay.
Just,
Well, other than that, I don't really have any other questions. I'm just, I'll let you guys finish up. I just need to process what you've shared, which means basically I got to think about the numbers and see how this affects everything from my perspective as a seller. And then Sue and I will talk the details of what that means.
Okay, sounds good. We'll probably want to have a conversation this afternoon before 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Okay, all right, we'll talk soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.